After my abuse, I spent the next 30 years of my life healing, finding reprieve and claiming back the parts of me that I thought had been stolen. Then, almost 3 years ago, I had the privilege of choosing an amazing 6-year-old daughter through adoption. I adopted Hallie about 3 years ago now. I had started as a single parent to that adoption process. It took about 6 months, and I was matched. She was actually the first child that I was matched with. We knew that she was autistic. We knew that there was a history of some trauma, but we weren't sure exactly what that trauma was going to be. I was sexually abused when I was a teenager, and also my mother was sexually abused as a teenager, and my grandmother as well. So I come from a long line of this being a recurring cyclical thing, and none of these abuses were from within our family. It was always somebody outside of the family, a family friend, boyfriend, that kind of thing. So that's quite uncommon. So it's something that I've always been familiar with, very comfortable with, because we're very open about it in our family, and it's really the only way to heal. You can't keep that secret. So I didn't specifically set out to adopt a child that was sexually abused. However, when I found out, it really wasn't an issue. I have a history of working in this field with sexually abused women, and so it was something that I knew that I could make a difference with. You kind of have to, as a survivor of sexual abuse, you have to take sort of what society sees as your weaknesses and turn them into your strengths. It has become almost a badge of honor in some respects, because it's kind of like a scar. It just makes you stronger, is the way I look at it, and that's what I try and teach Hallie as well. I want her to grow from this, and I want her to realize that bad things don't happen to people to break them. It happens to make them stronger. In her past, she has come from a case of extreme abuse. The case was presented to me as a feral child, and she was a feral child when she was apprehended from her biological parents. She wasn't talking or walking. Hallie is autistic. How much of that is from the abuse, how much of that is from the autism, we don't know. There was a suspicion of perhaps sexual abuse somewhere in the past. Nobody was quite sure where, but we did know there was some trauma. We did know there was some extreme living conditions, and autistic kids are very visual. She remembers everything right down to, certain circumstances and the color of the grout in the floor at the time. Things that happened in her past, whether it was sexual abuse or physical abuse or just plain neglect, she remembers it all very, very clearly. She's come a long way. She's, from the time I brought her home to the time, to today, she's a completely different child. She's starting socially to be able to make friends and keep friends and trust people. One of the biggest things for her is finding a place where she's not judged, where people understand. And through Little Warriors, we've been able to meet some other families, some other moms, some other little girls. And she's made a really, really strong connection with a couple of the other survivors that have gotten involved with Little Warriors. And so that's been completely invaluable.
Oh, little Hallie, I love her so much. She's my little sister. Because I live so far away from her, every time that I come to Edmonton, I really try to see her. She's so bubbly. She can, right away, every time she sees me, it says, "Allison, Allison!" And she gets so happy, and I just love to see her, because she has come from something that's so terrible, so negative. And every time I see her, she's smiling, she's bubbly, and she's got that personality. It's just so cute.
She is going to be so excited about the piano, but when she realizes what it is and what it means, she's really going to be touched. That is her release. A lot of times it's she'll play a song when she's feeling sad. She'll write songs, but once she learns a song, it's stuck in there forever. You could request pretty much any song she's ever learned, and she will rattle it off to you. It's her favorite thing.
Because we can make up songs, it makes music, it takes away my bad stuff for a few minutes and heals up my heart.
Ready?
Yep.
Here's your big surprise. Look. Look straight ahead. Look at that truck behind. What does that truck say?
Piano!
Piano? Go see.
Is there a piano in there?
Oh my goodness, look at that.
I like it open.
Yeah, we can do that.
You gonna show them where the music room is?
This is one way that we can put something back in the community in a very positive way, and that's what it's all about for me. If you know, the community's been great for us. It's supported our company for over 30 years now, and you know, if we can't participate in events like this every once in a while, then it's all for naught. You know, she'll be one of several people that'll be able to enjoy this piano. Music gives me a lot of pleasure, and it's a very relaxing thing. And you know, for us to be able to put this in front of a bunch of children that will hopefully enjoy it, and they've got a great music room in there. So you know, all the tools are there for them to help them grow out of the bad situations that they were in, and hopefully turn them into positive situations. You're so welcome. Stephanie was the one that organized all this.
You're very welcome. I hope you have fun.
I would go through my own abuse a million times over rather than having to watch Hallie go through hers. And to get the one thing that she is the most concerned about at the ranch is getting a piano there. To have that and have that in her name is just completely amazing. It's, for her, that's going to mean the world more than anything. So, I mean, just from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
And I want you to give me a hug.